How's it going, everybody? It's a beautiful fall day. I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to talk about some of the sort of advantages to EVs, but Tesla in general. You guys know from watching the channel, I have a Tesla Model Y, so it's probably going to be heavily weighted towards Tesla. But in general, EVs, they're a lot of fun to drive. There's a lot of features that they have that traditional gas vehicles do not, and it's just a sort of an amazing experience. So sit back, relax. You guys are watching the Tall Tesla Guy. So our car, we have a 2022 Tesla Model Y. We had a 2020 Tesla Model Y when they first came out, 2020, and ended up with this one. Now it's got the same features that the other one had. You guys probably noticed my white seats. If you haven't seen my other video, these are seat covers. I talk about that in the other video, but we went with the black. Thought it would be a great opportunity to test out the white. I love the way that the white looks anyway, and it just seemed like, sure, why not? Let's go for it. So that's what we have here. But in general, I mean, the driving experience is like nothing I've ever seen in any other vehicle. The acceleration is amazing. The responsiveness of the vehicle, the suspension, the turning, all that kind of stuff. It's also got features like Regen Braking. They give you, gives you battery power back when you're not using the brake. You basically the one pedal driving, which if you're not familiar with electric vehicles, the one pedal driving is basically just, as it sounds, driving with the accelerator only. You push the accelerator and you move forward like you would expect, but as soon as you take it off, you gradually go to a stop. Now you can change and adjust that a little bit, but for the most part, I don't use the brake at all. Obviously, the brake is there for emergency situations, but outside of that, though, I never need it. One pedal driving is amazing. And then on top of that, the space and storage in the car, you'll hear me talk about it over and over again. 76 cubic feet of storage space in this car is just amazing. And I know I've showed you guys before too. Fold those seats down and you just load it with so much stuff. It's got all these sub compartments and stuff like that. We typically don't fold the seats down. You can see a baby seat back there for our toddler, but when she's not in it and we need to, it's nice to know that you can. So that's there as well. And then, the frunk, people talk about the frunk all the time. We keep a soft-sided cooler in our frunk. The soft-sided cooler has a, it's got handles to take it out, all that kind of stuff. But you run to the store, you grab milk, you grab ice cream, whatever it is. You can throw them in that soft-sided cooler, and then you can, they'll still be cold or basically frozen by the time you get home. Now, it doesn't replace the refrigerator, obviously, but it's nice as an option, and it's nice storage space too, which is just great. And then, it's fun to drive. The driving enjoyment is with the car that I have with the car. I don't have with other vehicles. It's comfortable to sit in. It doesn't have vented or cooled seats, but honestly, I never used them before. I thought it gave you kind of a weird sensation when you turned them on. I do like the heated seats, but if you don't have a chance or opportunity to park it in the garage, the heated seats come in handy in the wintertime, especially where I live now. So it's super nice there. But outside of that kind of stuff, EVs in general, being able to wake up in the morning, jump in your car and have it charged up all the way or as much as you want it to is an amazing experience. It's just fantastic. And I plug it in every day. Now, normally I would have a 240 outlet in my garage that I plug into, but without the 240 outlet, I'm plugging it into a 110. Now it is on a 20 amp fuse, but it's a 110 outlet, and it gives me, 6, 7, 8 miles per hour of charge, which is pretty nice. I'm not driving it extensively every day, but in reality, when I had a gas vehicle, I wasn't draining it down to nothing every day. So this is, sort of equivalent as far as mileage driven and stuff like that. And it's nice to just be full up. It's super, super convenient. Now you get that with any EV, and I know that other companies are coming out with them, the Ford Lightning, the Rivian, the Lucid, if you were in that market, and then of course, Chevy, the Bolt, all those kinds of stuff, the Honda Ioniq. I'm seeing that all over the place now too. I think it's great that the other companies are coming out with the EVs, and I'm not worried about it as sort of a challenge to Tesla or anything like that. I think that, innovation in the arena is always a good thing. I think it'd be nice to have. So, in that aspect, I'm actually glad that the other companies are there. But maybe it'll force Tesla to be more, I don't know, on the ball or something like that, I guess, as far as like changes and updates go. But either way, as the car stands, I mean, I bought this car twice. I just love the way it looks, the minimalistic interior design. I like the way that it feels when you get in it. I am 6'5". I have more than, you can kind of see here, more than enough headroom between my head and the panoramic glass roof, which obviously the sun is shining in now. I've seen people tint it out. I don't notice a difference as far as the heat goes. You put your hand on it in the heat of the summer, yeah, sure, it feels warm, but the way that the cabin sort of cools you, it blows air around you almost like a bubble, which is nice. And it gives me, I don't know, the feeling that it's not as hot as it could be, because we've had a convertible before and the convertible didn't, obviously block anything for you. So you would get the direct heat on you. This is a heavy tinted or heavy UV protected window, whatever they call it. It blocks it either way. So, and then more importantly, I guess, from the outside looking in, you can't see into it easily. Similarly, the back. Now, we have a golden retriever. I've showed you in other videos. He's in the back with me riding around. Now, I know that the sun comes through there, but it's so heavily darkened, tinted, UV protected, whatever, that it doesn't heat up the cabin area for him, which is nice. And dog mode, some of the technology advances in the car. Dog mode is huge. I've told you before, I mean, I would never put him in there for a long period of time, but putting him in, heading to the store, running and grabbing some milk, jumping back out, dog mode is huge. It keeps him cool. It lets everybody around us know that he's at a cool temperature, that we're taking care of him, that sort of stuff, so you don't get people nervous about leaving a dog in the car, and I'm not nervous about leaving a dog in the car. He can kind of go wherever we go, and assuming that the store doesn't let him inside, he can sit in the car and kind of chill. So, there's features like that Tesla has that other companies don't have, but either way, it's all an EV experience. Tesla also has the rocket acceleration, all that kind of stuff. I know the other cars, the EVs, you have that instant torque. It doesn't have a turbo to spin up or anything like that, so you can kind of take off right from the beginning, which is kind of a neat, thrilling experience. There's countless videos on there. People went to the Tesla Model S Plaid unveiling event and did the Plaid experience. As you can see here, it just rockets you from 0 to 60 in 0.9 seconds, which is, I guess, maybe fastest production vehicle on Earth, something like that. But it's an experience that until you've felt or been able to take part in, it's unparalleled, I guess. I don't have the Model S Plaid. I don't even have the Performance Model Y, and I still put people in the car when they're in it for the first time, and I kind of go or take off a little bit. It throws them back in their seat, and you get that gasp. It's just, it's a really neat feeling, and it just makes it fun. It's not something I do all the time. There's no need to. I don't need to race anybody. I'm not trying to prove anything like that, but it is a fun thing to kind of throw people off a little bit. And then on top of that, people comment that the interior design of it is very minimalistic. And it's a big, huge center infotainment screen that tells you everything about the car. There's nothing as a heads-up display that comes with the vehicle. It took me about maybe 3 minutes to get used to where the speed is and all that kind of stuff, being that it's within my eyesight looking for it anyway. So I've never had a problem with it. Some people talk about it still. Plus, a lot of times I drive hands on top of the steering wheel. But either way, it's perfect for me. It's great. And then you have this huge front window that goes all the way down sloping, and you get this big view of the road in front of you, all around you, with the cameras and stuff like that. Now, it does have big A and B pillars on the front and the back there, the side. But honestly, like, people asked me before if it blocks my view, if it gets in the way of driving, anything like that. It's never been an issue for me. It does create a little bit of a blind spot at times, but the windows are so big that honestly, like, if you were turning out and you were at an angle where you would have a blind spot in turning, you have the back window where you can see anyway. And then more importantly, when you're driving, if you throw a blinker on and you're trying to see the lane next to you, the camera pops up right in the middle of the infotainment screen. You can even move it around now to show you exactly what's going on from your side B pillar camera. So that was a new thing that they rolled out with a software update, which is something that a lot of other companies don't have. It's an automatic update that comes in over the night while you're sleeping or whatever, while the car is charging, to make changes to it. But in general, that was just some of the cool things that I think about with Teslas. I'm excited about the EV revolution. if it continues to move forward with any sort of incentives, tax credits, that kind of stuff. Whatever it does to get more people into the market, more people excited about it, I'll take it either way. But I hope you enjoyed viewing, watching, tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a fantastic year, day, week, month so far, and you're able to kind of get out there, enjoy the beautiful weather if you have it. If not, it's probably good for the grass and the trees. So you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Thanks, Mom.